Welcome to the Happy to Help Book Club. Don't know what book to bring on your road trip, what genre to read in the sand, or which author matches your itinerary best? We took the liberty to read some opening passages of our team's favourite books to help you with your choice. We will be reading Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, an international best-selling piece of literature and winner of a Nobel Prize. Fancy stuff. My hunch was that anchoring is a case of suggestion. This is the word we use when someone causes us to see, hear, or feel something by merely bringing it to mind. For example, the question, "Do you now feel a slight numbness in your left leg?" always prompts quite a few people to report that their left leg does indeed feel a little strange. Gripping. Plato and Platypus Walk into a Bar by Thomas Cathcart and Daniel Klein. A nice introduction to the world of philosophy. Is this thing real? Are any of us real? How can we be sure? It should come as no surprise that clergy also have professional ethics, or that theirs come with divine sanctions. The young rabbi was an avid golfer. Even on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the year, he snuck out by himself for a quick 9 holes. On the last hole he teed off, and a gust of wind carried his ball directly over the hole and dropped it in for a hole-in-one. An angel, who witnessed this miracle, complained to God, "This guy is playing golf on Yom Kippur, and you cause him to get a hole-in-one? This is a punishment?" "Of course it is," said the Lord, smiling. "Who can he tell?" Wow, deep. It started with Paris by Kathy Kelly. The Eiffel Tower, broken hearts and a widow cake maker, a recipe for greatness. That was the problem with Mum. She overdid everything. She could never be mildly angry. She went from calm to enraged in 3 seconds. If she got home and found the chicken she'd just bought was past its sell-by, she wouldn't quietly return it to the supermarket. Oh no, she'd storm back to the shop as if the whole supermarket industry was against her, and she'd have to do battle to get her money back. It was so exhausting. Oh, I love this. Raising Steam by Terry Pratchett, an exciting tale that takes place in Discworld, a disc-shaped world carried around on the back of 4 elephants on top of a flying turtle. What's not to love? Billy Slick surveyed the very large person in front of the queue and sighed. "Look," he said, "you can't all be train drivers. We've got lots of train drivers right now, and it takes time to work your way up to being a driver. Ain't there anything else you can do?" "Well," said the crestfallen lad in front of him, "My mum says I'll make a very good cook one day." Billy smiled and said, "Might have something for you then, we need cooks." He pointed out another recruiting table a bit further along and said, "Get yourself over to Mabel. She's looking for catering staff and that sort of thing." The young man's face lit up with excitement, and he hurried off to a future which almost certainly included unsociable hours and hard labour in cramped conditions, but most importantly, unlimited free rides on the wonder of the age. I can just picture it. Oh, I do love this. The thriller expert Dan Brown's new book, Inferno. Dan always knows how to entrance us by turning one of the most tranquil studies in the world, symbology, into a religious James Bond-themed power ride. Langdon's eyes moved to 7 letters carved beneath the devil. The ornate calligraphy was written in mirror image, as was all text on imprinting rollers, but Langdon had no trouble reading the letters. Salija. Sienna squinted at the text, reading it aloud. Salija. Langdon nodded, feeling a chill to hear the words spoken aloud. It's a Latin mnemonic, invented by the Vatican in the Middle Ages, to remind Christians of the 7 deadly sins. Salija is an acronym for superbia, avaritia, luxuria, invidia, gula, ira, and acidia. Sienna frowned. Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. Go Dan. Such a tough choice. They all sound amazing. What penmanship, true literary depth, every single one of them. Well, if there's anything else we can do, we're always happy to help.